here, Tusker.
Analyst wa Mtaa. And leo tuko nyuma ya pick up hapa mtaani and kuna boy aitwa Nimrod. And I think this will be very interesting. Nimrod do support team gani? Locally kwanza.
Okay, mimi ni fan wa Tusker hapa Mtaa.
Tusker,
hapa Kenya.
Let me ask you something.
Yes.
Tusker won in 2016. Yeah?
Yes.
And ever since, Tusker is finishing 5th. It's going this way and not this way. What do you think would be the problem?
The main problem is one is Gor's dominance. Sometimes you have good players who want to play for Gor Mahia. So we've had an outflux of players in the recent years. Yeah. And of course, number 2, Gor pays very nice wages. We are still limited in that aspect.
But you guys are what are they called? A club that is sponsored. Like the name of the club is a sponsor, and EABL is huge. What do you mean Gor pay? Do they pay better than you? Is that what you're saying?
Gor Mahia have a better set of fans than us. We are few in number, and the players feel a prestige because Gor Mahia is the most successful team in Kenya. So they opt to leave us and go there. The last 5 seasons we've had 4 players go to Gor Mahia. And of course, we had some management issues. Remember, we've had a lot of coaches coming in, going out. So the team is not in a stable condition like Gor Mahia, and a bit of Sofapaka recently.
Yeah. Now let me ask, and this is important, and not just to you guys, but is there a lack of corporate sponsorship in the Kenyan Premier League or in Kenyan football?
I believe there is a big lack of sponsorship, starting with probably some betting companies. They just give out 60-70 million per year. That is quite little money. You look at maybe something like Visit Rwanda for Arsenal, for example. They've done 3 million for only a sleeve sponsorship. Yeah. So we need to do a lot in terms of sports in the country. And you see, of course, the government also is not doing enough. Again, recently, you've seen government slash the budget for the sports ministry. Yeah. They've done it, I think, for the last 4 seasons. 4 years, actually. Yes. So it's not very good for sports in the country.
So sports is not given the priority that it deserves, yeah?
They are not given the...
And for your team, Tusker, do you feel that the management there is giving Tusker enough sponsorship?
No. I feel they should do more. Actually, when you look for sponsorships in Kenya, you just find SofaPaka, SportPesa. You find just maybe at some point KCB did for their team KCB, but you don't find the actual figures in terms of monies they give to their sports teams. Yes.
Okay. So let's talk this coming season. I haven't had you guys doing a lot in the transfer market apart from releasing players. What do you think? How do you think the season will turn out for you, Tusker?
For Tusker, I think it will be a hard season. We are used to that for now, for the last 3-4 seasons. When we had Mr. Matano as our coach, we were in a very good position to challenge for the league. Nowadays, Gor is just bagging the owners. But I believe with more sponsorships and more signing players, we will get to where we were, to our lofty heights. Remember, Tusker is the 3rd biggest team in Kenya.
That I agree. And Tusker is the last team that won the trophy before Gor took over for the past few seasons. Another question again, just talking Tusker, and I'm sorry I'll have to put your management in place again. EABL, Ruaraka Stadium, don't you think they can just do a bit more and make that stadium a better standard than it is right now? Because I think it needs just a few renovations and it will be a top-class stadium.
We had something about innovation some 3 years back. We've gone back on that. I doubt if management was serious enough. I think there is a general laxity in terms of sports in the country. People don't put enough focus. You know, sports is one of the biggest fields, especially in the UK. Yes. In the UK, they rather mess even politics, but not sports, because it's given livelihoods. It employs a lot of people in the UK and most of those European countries. So I think we should do just a bit more in terms of sports in this country, especially football, because football is quite big, from the under 7s, under 9s, up to under 23s, yeah, up to the national level. I think we should, in my opinion, we should do a bit more.
So that is a message to you, and to you guys, I think we need to do a lot more for sports. So just talking the season, obviously the Premier League, the Sport Pesa Shield, do you see you guys challenging for any of the two, or just remaining in the league?
Actually, if I'm quite honest, I don't think we'll challenge any of the two anytime soon. You see, now I'm even scared of Wazito. They are coming with their full force. Yeah. Their owner is very serious in terms of sport, and I hope our authorities do not mess his goodwill in terms of sports, actually, because sometimes you get a lot of frustrations. Yeah. Remember Sofapaka president, Dr. Eli Kalekwa. He came with a lot of good ideas, injections to the sport, but along the lines he was messed up with some officials, and I know he's not very happy. So that is why Sofapaka have suffered recently. So I hope Wazito are given enough support by Mr. Nick Mwendwa and our FKF officials, so that we don't mess up willing and able partners to the sports in the country.
Do you think Wazito will be a threat or a force to reckon with this season?
Actually, the one thing I'm impressed with Wazito is they have the money. You know, you need resources in this sport. Yeah. They have a vision. Actually, they bought their bus. I remember we've had issues raising money for the likes of AFC Leopards and a few other teams to get their team bus. My team Tusker, we...
I've seen your bus.
We have a bus, but it is not quite to the level of Wazito FC.
Yeah, that is a big bus.
Yes.
12 million shillings.
12 million shillings, well branded, very nice. So I think, and of course I heard they want to do their own stadium, which is very nice. One thing that I don't like about Kenyan teams, Kenya Premier League teams, they don't have a vision for getting their own stadium, and they normally rely on these Kanjo stadiums. I don't really like that. Yeah. So that is the way to go for Wazito. Very nice.
Good stuff. So big up Wazito for what you're doing. Who else do you think will perform? Bandari are playing in Confederations Cup. Do you think they'll have an impact there, or they're not there yet?
In terms of playing personnel, we're not there yet as a country. We have some better teams in the continent. The likes of the teams in Congo and in North Africa region have really taken up to pump enough money to the sports, and they have better players, so it becomes a big problem for us.
So we are not there yet.
We are not there
even
yet.
Gor will not.
Even Gor. In fact, Gor has been dismally performing in these tournaments. But forgive me for that. But that is the truth.
They're not ready yet.
They're not ready yet.
Wow.
Yes.
This is a very honest guy. He's even said his team will not perform. My fans kama hao ni warea sana, but those are the real fans now. Okay? Sawa, acha tuvuke mipaka sasa. Kabla niongele timu yako, umeniambia na hiyo itakuwa story refu. Acha tuonge Champions League.
Yes.
Liverpool took it last season.
Yes.
Do you think there is a possibility of them retaining it?
Yes, without a shadow of doubt, we will fight to retain the trophy. Actually, I'm saying that because we are in a position of strength now. We are not selling players like we used to in previous regimes, and the Klopp has done an exemplary job. I am a bit saddened because we don't want to strengthen. I see we are lagging behind. Even Ferguson, one of the best,
kid
those do not add anything to the first team at the moment. So we need better players, people who can challenge first 11. Ferguson was a very successful coach for a long time because normally when he won something, he just added, he just strengthened. He added 1 or 2 players every season, despite him retaining all the other players mostly. So I think we're not doing very nicely in that. And of course, I cannot blame my team. We're not the sheikhs of football and the oligarchs of Russia, so no problem. But this time we're coming for the league more than Champions League.
But let's stick to Champions. Who do you think will challenge Liverpool this season?
Man City want to win Champions League very badly. They've added 2 players already, very good players, Rodrigo. I think now that Fernandinho was aging, they have sealed a loophole with Rodrigo. Probably Barcelona again, they are very much in need of Champions League. That is why they're splashing the cash. I know they're not a very rich team, but they are trying very hard to get it back. So,
and Juve?
Juventus are also run, sorry to say this, but for me, they're just 4th or 5th best in Champions League. Same case to Real Madrid this season. There will not be any. Of course, PSG, they are a small team in terms of Champions League. So still Liverpool, Man City, probably Barcelona this season.
Are the top 3.
Yes.
Okay, now let's talk Liverpool. I'm sure that's the topic you're waiting. Good run last year.
Yes.
Led the league all the way up to January. Then lost that game to City. And everything went haywire.
Very true.
What happened?
We didn't have enough squad, a big enough squad to cope with the challenging Premier League as well as other competitions. Remember, in other leagues, they have only 3 competitions. We have curling, what we call Carabao, and of late, we have that to contend as well. So we ran out of steam in January. We had a lot of competitions. It was action-packed. FA came up in January. We had Champions League, and of course, Klopp, knowing Klopp very well, he prefers to give it a try more in Champions League and the Premier League as opposed to this.
So the focus was more of those two.
Of those two. And now Man City have a very big squad, and of course they are well loaded. So they actually won in terms of squad depth. Yes, something we've not addressed this season again.
That's what I wanted to say. Now, with that being the issue for last season, and you haven't sorted that out, do you think you guys can get the league this year?
In my honest opinion, I think we are going to give it everything, but I still believe because City have also strengthened, I still believe we are going to fall short again. You see, a team that did 100 points and did 98 points and added 2 more very good players is very hard to catch up if you're not adding yourself. Yes.
So City are still the favorite?
Yes, for me.
Let's talk top 4. Who do you think will be in top 4?
Top 4, I'd give City, Liverpool 1-2 because normally you have the leading 2. Yes. Of course, I have Tottenham. They never sold anyone so far, and they've added very good players in Ndombele. And I saw yesterday they wanted to seal the deal for Lo Celso. So Tottenham probably for me number 3. And now we have
that's top 4 trophy. Who's taking it now?
Now
United,
we have
Chelsea. I think Wolves also might come in there.
Not really.
United, Chelsea, Arsenal.
Yes. For me, probably United.
Okay.
And being a Liverpool fan, it does not sound very amusing.
Yes,
saying the same.
Okay. Let's talk Liverpool. Do you think if Klopp does not win the league, he'll be released?
The problem is not Klopp per se. The problem is our owners. We have very business-oriented owners, just like Arsenal's owners. They focus more on profit. Being hedge fund masters in the US, their mindset in terms of sport is not like the mindset of Europeans. So we made a lot of money actually for EPL teams this season. We were number 1. We had around 253 million only for the Premier League. We did another like 90 plus for Champions League. But it is saddening because they don't want to strengthen. Yes, very sad.
That's a very sad state of affairs, yeah?
Very true.
Okay, let's talk players, individual players. Who do you think might be standout players in the PL this season?
Standout players, probably it will still be the usual suspects. Of course, we've had Salah for 2 seasons now. Of course, Mane has come up very strongly. He's at a point where he is now delivering consistently. Of course, City, Bernardo. I like Bernardo Silva a lot. Very good player. Very good. Of course, Raheem Sterling, with all the drama, he's still a very fantastic player. And of course, probably I want to say Pogba, but
you don't want to.
I don't want to.
I don't know. I think Pogba, I don't know. He looks unsettled. I don't know if he'll shine.
Yes.
I want to ask about one of your players. This will be my last question. Shaqiri. Shaqiri was doing his thing. He was standout player wherever he played before he came to Liverpool. Then he comes to Liverpool and he's a bench warmer. Was it a goodbye, or it was just friends who are trying to give each other more money?
One, Shaqiri is a good buy. He's given us vital goals in vital moments like Manchester United, and he's a big game player. He thrives with in those kind of situations. Remember, we went for Shaqiri because we never got Fekir. Of course, Fekir, everyone knows his issues with his... Actually, the guy, I'm told, if he gets another serious injury, he'll not play again. So
most teams, I think, I've seen his move.
He's moved to Betis. But you see, with very little money, and no big boys were after him. You see, he had problems with his calf and his knee. So most teams gave him a wide back. So Shaqiri, being the second option, has done very well for us. And of course, he was only a 12.5 million buy, so no regrets. Is
Origi getting into the first team officially, or is still going to come from the bench?
No, he's not. I love Origi, of course, being Kenyan, and of course being a Liverpool fan. But truth be told, in the pecking order of things in Liverpool, he is not that good. We've given him some chances to showcase his abilities, but anytime Firmino was given a rest or he was out injured, he didn't deliver us to Liverpool standard. But he's a very good backup option. Yes.
But he's still not getting into the first.
He's not a starter, yes.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you so much.
Really enjoyed this. It was a good interaction.
Thank you so much.
Let's keep it Analyst on Mtaa.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.